Zyra Khan's not bad into that now. But then again, I don't like Zyra into Orianna. We've seen a lot of AD carries struggle with that. They lock it in anyway. I think Weibo end up having the more consistent composition.
The earlier lane swap and slight freeze top side kind of delayed a fair amount of minions. Light now in danger on this dive. I think that lead might just expand a little. Nice gank there from BLG.
Easy as you like. I mean, Light did have the flash. No point using it. He uses the barrier. A little bit of a frustration barrier of, oh, well, I guess I'm dead.
Yeah.
However, 3 grubs hitting mid lane.
Do so many more tools than you do necessarily on a tank sometimes.
That's one of the reasons why Rel's pretty good at that, right? The W is crashed down over the wall. Shadow might get shockwave here, can still W over the wall, and does. Oh, Chris! Oh, Chris!
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's going over walls. Really kind of broken, by the way. On
Chris
go
is
in.
now in danger to battle dance. Flash of the quickness gets the shield. Does Elk want to flash for this? I think he does. Feathers come out and just pulls them instead. Now Tien's in here, but he's in a 1v3. Elk now in danger. Flash over the wall. Good damage from Light. On now in danger. Needs to battle dance away. Cyclone from Shadow may need to flash. Does so. Flash from Tien. Slow comes on down. When the warrior tricks, but the wind becomes lightning. BLG, it looked great to begin with, but Light's damage was unexpectedly high. Trinity Force completed, and
Elk alone under this turret with On coming behind. Level 11 ult, so he does have the extra healing.
Rakan's coming down as well. There'll be a battle dance available. Quickness under the turret. They're taking turret shots. Shockwave buys time. Nice idea from Shao. It's just not going to be enough to keep Tien alive. Light's now coming, though. Could be dangerous. Won't go any further, but they get the kill, and they've got a Herald in mid lane.
Awesome. This is the slam dunk which BLG need. One of the things which I think people miss out of the support playbook is how well do you defend side lanes. It's something that we talked about with some of the other supports in the league in some of our other series. The full tower's going to go down in the mid lane, but this happens because On was so good at just shadowing that side lane and allowing the outplay. If you're not there in time, that play doesn't happen. You cannot get the maximum value. That is the skill set which you need to show as a support at the top level.
Get top?
And it's quite hard to train that.
Wow, they're going to get 2 turrets off that play and the kill. That's just really good stuff. And you're right, Al, it's a massive deal. Bin gets 1 in the 1v2. Nah.
Uses the flash, gets Xiaohu's as well. This is... Yep, that's a play of all time. BLG get the dragon while all this is happening too. Bin dies, but now he's completed Black Cleaver second item. On needs to be... Well, no, he doesn't need to be careful at all.
He's Rakan. TP's behind. Now this is going to be a 4v3 BLG. Where's your returning fire? Good damage onto Chris. That makes it the 3v3, but Breathe now here makes it tricky. On fantastic knock up to buy some time. Trying to body block best he can, but unfortunately Knight, I think, is just dead to rights. They will lose. Oh, no way! Double shove. Battle dance to buy some time.
Oh,
This is the roar of the Slayer, and Shadow escapes elsewhere. BLG gets away with murder.
I think it's very tough.
Take it off.
Tien spots out Shadow again. Cyclone available. Level 11. Nasty point. This is the kind of point in the game where the Wukong starts to take over.
Oh, very nice. And unfortunately, Crescent Guard will not buy enough time. The Shockwave does a little bit of damage, but there's just not enough damage in the tank right now, even with the Ludens. Elk's got Ghost running. Conqueror's been stacked. Gonna have the opportunity to get that turret as well.
Shadow really bullying about at the level 11 Cyclone mark, which is...
BLG doing a little bit to contest as they come across to Khan. Crisp in a bush here could potentially cause some chaos. Dragon taken up as I accidentally hit the pop field again. I'm sorry, Alex. I'm the worst. Breeze is coming on over. Weaver's wall to buy some time. Could potentially now be a bit of a smite fight. Featherpool makes this a bit of a tricky one to contest around. Nicely done. Zaya gets it. Tien not able to get that one with the smite fight, but actually now Crisp in danger on the other side as over comes Bin on a potential flank angle. A Fawn flashing on him with the quickness. Doesn't get that much damage down in the end. I thought that might be a little bit more, but the follow-up just not quite around. Nice angle. Quite coordinated enough.
And yeah, if you realize why we're kind of going to the side. By the way, this is not, well, I guess it's kind of relevant because BLG face them a lot. Flick back onto the turret. They do have the grubs to take down the turret. They should take this now. BLG not able to defend that turret. And yeah, just a quick PSA, folks. G2 just posted a tweet. You know, the LEC Titans. Skewmon and Broken Blade are role swapping. Broken Blade will play jungle. It's a bait. Oh, right. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it's week 1. Oh. Right.
It is week 1, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, they're not Sam. They're not playing week 1 of... Oh, for God's sake, I got baited. Sam. Okay, Sam shows me like a... Oh, by the way, we're showing this. Sam, thank you, Sam, for baiting me.
Because I saw it in the Discord. I was like, wait, what?
No. They're not playing on week 1, so they've got...
I didn't know they were playing week 1, to be fair. I'm sorry.
Back to the game. Back to the game. Tien got the shockwave on his head.
Just get some damage coming on down, and his Rakan goes off. I baited Alex. I'm sorry about that. Shadow's now in danger, flashing away. Tien in the background has overcome the light with the shockwave on top of him. Shadow's trying to get some more value, gets the Sundered Strike. Sundered Sky's heal, but it's not enough. And actually, Weibo finding a really good fight here. Shadow and On now down. Stun onto Bin. Needs to hop away. Got a blast cone to work with. Can't quite get to the other side. Bin's bikes up, but the CC chain is way too high. And Weibo pick up 3.
Weibo managed to get themselves a huge fight. Is that going to
BLG, an okay spot here. Minotaur Dragon, and the thing is that last fight didn't get Weibo all that much. They didn't get Baron, they couldn't get Dragon. Engage onto Crisp with the quickness to buy some time as he was looking at that flank angle. Flanking the flanker, and Crisp goes down.
Chris has been having a hard time of things.
Breathe, gets a shield, gets a speed away and does so, but that's the ult down as well. But you just lost a member. Soul point available in 50 seconds, Baron up. I think BLG managing to right the ship pretty well here currently as the Baron has started.
They do have the feather pullback to help with secure, but I mean, you're in the pit against a shockwave. I don't know, man.
Oh, public execution though onto Xiaohu. Forces the Ori to run away. Crescent Guard buys some time. Damage onto On, but he's not down. Battle Dance again. Bin buys a lot of time in the backline, but does eventually fall. Top laner for top laner. Elk gets hit by the massive wind, becomes lightning, but the feather pull gets off a couple. Light tries and dies.
Light is snuffed out. Flicked back by the seismic shove, and Knight stops the Corki from doing damage. Crisp is back, doesn't have that much to do. Baron still started. I don't think BLG can finish it though with Orianna coming back in.
They can't. Shadow faked using the warrior tricks to climb, but won't find too much. That is Xiao having come back in with the TP, but it means now not really in the best position to come and contest this dragon. So force the response from Weibo, then bait and switch over towards getting soul point.
That'll help them an awful lot as well. That soul point will give them many more macro options. Of course, the dragon much safer to take as well. Does less damage and quicker to kill. 3 items Zaya. Elk has been so painful to deal with for the front line of Weibo. I think
Wukong continues to be very annoying.
Still, that's a good quarter of the HP of Breathe out in one fell swoop. It's fairly tanky, but that's a good DPS check. If that happens a little bit longer, hang on a second, Elk has to ult.
Does so. Oh, in the background, it says Xiaohu's in danger. Over the wall they go. They've lost Elk, but they claim 2. The damage dealers are down. Corki and Ori down for the count. Do lose that Rakan, but I think in many ways their work is done. Tien with the Crescent Guard about to time out. Nothing to guard anymore. The firewall is down. And Breathe, I think he's breathing hard and heavy, trying to get some more in the lungs, but unfortunately, death and grave dirt is all he's tasting. Now Shadow burns out somehow, and Knight taking some turret shots. They'll claim the turret in mid lane.
Yeah, Shadow gets hit by the zombie Scion. The DOT burned off, but the Scion was still just there for a parting blow. BLG, this is full contact team fighting. Elk was left to fend for himself. BLG couldn't peel for the AD carry, so they decide the next best thing is to make the trade even. If you take our AD carry, we will jump on your... Orianna often have to overshove to get themselves into the fight if they're going aggressive. Baron started up, Breathe can tank it for a while. Crisp doesn't have flash on the Rel. That's kind of important.
Has a Celestial opposition broken? A little bit more tricky to go in now. But all the while, Weibo pulling off this. Shadow goes forwards. Gets his clone that's knocked up. Shadow looking for an angle. Blasco quickness! Nice work on! Into the public execution backline. They're going to try and get Bin on down. Has got a redemption. And a GA will go down. But so does Crisp. A revive coming on in for Bin. The double knock-up. Shockwave buys time. Light survives. On into the backline. But the rest of Weibo are not tapping very much longer. Breathe is out for the count. The zombie is down. And Xiaohu and Light survive. But for how much longer as Knight goes looking for more? Threaded volley's coming on through, and the Corki, it's the Piltovans, who unfortunately all the inventions in the world mean nothing in the force of overwhelming violence.
The rocks keep flying, a flash from the bird forwards as the feathers are ripped out of Weibo. BLG find themselves a 5-for-1 Shadow, the one person dying. Knight pushing a wave into mid lane after teleporting in. They might just look for the end of the game. They have one more wave. There is a Rel with a smite available. That is the defense that they have. 10 seconds on Tien. I don't think he'll be able to save the game here.
They're deciding against it. Just thinking he's a bit too risky, clearly. The Hellfire
2. Is the dragon going to be gone? There's no smite because Shadow's not there yet.
Hellfire's not fantastic. No, it's happening. Shin's out caught in the mid lane, taking that wave, so he's not competing with the dragon.
Right, okay. Shadow will spot out on this top side. Crisp and Breathe. BLG do get themselves the Infernal Soul. They are a little bit late on the resets, but Weibo, they have to deal with these super minions in mid lane. Can't do that much against it now. Knight 15 stacks on the Magi's. Elk near to enough to either a Bloodthirst or a GA. He'll get one of them as his last item. Bin gets the upgraded Marauder's shoes, whatever they are. The Zai is just way too much work. Elk is going to shred through this Baron now. Weibo, they have to use the Sion ult to get into the pit, I think.
Trying to get in. Tien going to be zoned off though. Baron just disappears. Can't find the way. And the Weaver's all now coming on down, putting the light. And Xiaohu on the wrong side. I think
how is that
execution. Bin lands it. Nice angle. Trying to turn it around. But Shadow manages to press the Cyclone key regardless. Quickness comes on down. They lose the Rakan, but it's traded out for the Rel. And Breathe follows shortly after. Rakan for 2 is fine. Bin flashes over the wall and begins to Drake out step a little bit further forward. They've got a soul though, so they got more dragons to step with. Bin finally falls, but takes light with him. Xiaohu needs to flash, and FaZe rushes out to safety for at least a second or two.
There's a wave in top side, so they'll push in towards that inner turret, potentially going towards as much as the inhibitor, which has respawned in the mid lane, so it'd be nice for them to get one down, get some super minions pumping up into the base. Knight, 23 stacks on the Magi's now. Bloody hell, that is a strong Talir. Needs to get himself, well, I guess he'll finish off the Zon. He's not going towards full everything. Good, Jesus Christ.
Ow. Tien now in danger, needs to potentially find an angle though, because he's got Sundered Sky and gets on top of Knight.
The Orianna shield makes all the difference, and Knight pushing up too far. I'm just talking about that Magi's 10 stacks ripped out of it. Still valuable in terms of the Conqueror gives you a bunch of extra fighting power too.
If you're throwing feathers, you're feeling happy.
You are pushing in across the map. Only 30 seconds left of the Baron buff. They'd look to try and get the inhib in mid lane if at all possible.
About a little bit of damage. That doesn't lead to too much as yet. Rocket's firing, but Light in a bit of a tricky position. And then this was a stat that was pulled up a while ago when we were discussing Corki on NLC even. Weaver's Wall's going to come on down, but Breeze now in a dangerous spot.
Shockwave!
Oh, that was Shockwave on 2. Elk gets a heal, gets out of there. Nice angle. Redemption comes on down. Elk still got the feather pull to go with. Crisp in danger as he goes very deep and goes down.
Oh,
while Bin goes into the backline. The execution is oh so public. And Weibo Gaming are going to disappoint all the fans' hearts as they are put into the dirt. And it's on live on air across the world. Bilibili Gaming will find their way to a Game 1 victory. It takes them nearly 40 minutes. Weibo do an admirable job of holding on. But BLG, not denied, not dissuaded. Game 1 is theirs.
Weibo will not have the respawns in time, and BLG skirmish and team fight their way to a victory. Full contact League of Legends on show as BLG claim the first game.
And Nexus falls the first time in this series.